Today's video, I'm doing a one brand makeup tutorial featuring all Colourpop products. Colourpop is actually sponsoring today's video, so thank you so much to them for sponsoring. I'm so excited about this video. They have so many amazing products, and there's some things, or actually a lot of these things, I had never tried before ordering them. So all of them, honestly, I can 100% stand behind and tell you that they're great products. If you've never purchased from Colourpop before, they do have a thing on their site called the mystery box for $49, where you get 15 full-size products from their site in this box for only $49. So if you've never purchased from them before and you just want to try some stuff out, I feel like that would be a really good way to do it. I will also have everything listed in the description box that I'm using here today, so it'll be really easy for you guys to shop through those links. I do get a small commission from those links, so just know that in advance. Again, thank you so much to Colourpop for sponsoring today's video, and let's go ahead and get into it. This is what I feel like I'm most excited about, you guys. Look at these brushes. These brushes, I believe, were under $40 for this entire set. So if you are looking for makeup brushes, I feel like this is an amazing place to start. It comes in this case as well, so you can literally just like roll it up. It's great for travel. I am totally gonna use this for travel. And they have so many different brushes. There's like a huge powder brush. There's a ton of different little eyeshadow brushes. There's a bunch of face ones, so I'm gonna be using those throughout the entire tutorial for you guys. So first things first, we need face products. So the first product I'm going in with is the No Filter Primer. Now this is really nice because it kind of says that it's a mattifying primer, but it's nothing that's going to like really dry out your face. It just kind of gives a really nice canvas for the makeup to go on. So I just apply a little bit and go all around my face. It does have that little bit of like, I want to say thickness to it. If you've ever used a makeup primer that kind of fills in pores, it does that as well on the face. So I feel like it kind of just blurs everything out. Now, this product I'm so excited about because I'm all about lightweight makeup nowadays. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer, and I got it in the shade Light 7W. This is a very good shade for me. I maybe shouldn't have gotten the W, but I just felt like when I'm self-tanned, I definitely have more of a yellow undertone, although this probably wouldn't have matched me when I'm self-tan, so I don't know, never mind. What I like about this is it's definitely moisturizing, but I don't know if it's the primer or if it's the actual tinted moisturizer. It's not like overly moisturizing to where you're gonna be super dewy and just like slick, you know? I don't love that about some products, so this one doesn't do that to me, and even if it's the primer, I'm all for it. So my favorite way to apply products like this, like I said, I think I said at least, and you can tell, is with my fingers. I just like the way it rubs in the best. You get the most out of the product because it is like a little bit of a thinner consistency. So I'm going in with just a little bit more product. This obviously is a light coverage, but it really just kind of perfects the skin. Now I'm just gonna go in with a makeup sponge and just blend everything together, make sure there's no streaking. Concealer. So I had tried this concealer in the past, but I didn't have the right shade. Like it was way too light for me, so I like didn't use it very often, but now I got my right shade, so I'm happy about it. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 50W. So I'm just going to put some along this area, and then any problem areas that I just want a little bit more coverage. So just like this area, and that's probably it. Maybe just a tad over here. And those problem areas I'm gonna leave for last because that's going to ensure that they give the most coverage. Now I will say this feels kind of like cooling on the skin, which I actually really enjoy. And I'm just going to blend this out with a sponge. I did try it with one of the brushes last time I used it, and I definitely prefer using a sponge. So anything that's kind of left over on the sponge, I just like to take up in the forehead, on the nose, the chin, and then I'm gonna go through and blend. So this concealer gives great coverage. I really enjoy the coverage of this, and that kind of helps the fact that the Tinted Moisturizer doesn't have a lot of coverage. If you ever just want a really light makeup day, do something like this. Use your concealer to kind of cover the areas that need it, and then everything else is really fresh with a Tinted Moisturizer. First, we have the Super Shock Bronzer. It's our matte bronzer in the shade I'll Bet. So this honestly will work better for me when I am self-tan. It's a little bit dark right now, but it still definitely works for me. So I'm going to use the second brush in the little kit there and just take some on the brush and pounce it through. This blends like a dream, you guys, especially with this brush. If you use a more concentrated brush, I will say it is darker on the skin. As you can tell, it's not like super dark looking right now because I'm kind of diffusing it with a bigger brush. So I'm just going to build it up. Gosh, I actually really like that color. Even right now when I'm not that tan or tan at all, this is just my natural color. I haven't used self-tanner in a while. So I also got a blush stick. This is their blush sticks in the shade Picnic Time. Now this is so pretty. Look at this shade here. I don't know if this is limited edition or what, but it does have like a little bit different packaging. So beware, I guess. Should I do my fingers? I think I'm gonna try this with a brush as well. When I tried it out, I did use my fingers and I liked that application, but we're gonna try a brush. I'm gonna use the same brush I just used for the bronzer for the blush and place it along the cheek. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Look at that. I love a corally blush. That's like my all-time favorite. So I'm going to bring the blush all the way up to the nose. I've been absolutely loving that look for the summertime. I just think it's so youthful. And these products, you guys, as you can tell, blend out like a dream, especially with these brushes. Oh my gosh. I actually already had this powder. I think I would want maybe a little bit of a darker shade, but this one does perfectly fine. I have the shade Fair 4 in their Pretty Fresh powder. So you have the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer, concealer, and powder. And this is where I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and just lightly go over the eye area. This powder looks like almost nothing on the skin. If you just do a very light layer, it looks so nice and fresh. Here's their powder bronzer. So I wanted to get a cream one and a powder one because personally I like to use both, especially in the winter time or if I'm doing like an event makeup. I really like to layer them up together. So I got a powder blush and bronzer as well as a cream one. And I feel like other people have different preferences, so that was what I wanted to try. So here is the powder. I still have the film on this mirror, but you get an amazingly large mirror. And then this is their matte bronzer in the shade Summerland Beach. So this one's a little bit lighter, a little bit warmer. So I'm gonna use a little bit more concentrated brush and go into the bronzer and then go along the face. You could also use the big powder brush, which actually I think I'm gonna do, at least to blend. Let's also try that along this cheekbone, the big powder one. See how this one's a lot warmer? So this shade will definitely be better for me when I have a tan because it's definitely warm. And then blush, look how freaking cute this is. This is in Kiss and Tell. This is their powder blush. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. Look at that beautiful color too. I'm just gonna use this little pointed brush. This would also be great for under eye setting powder. I really wanna kind of concentrate this on the apples of the cheeks. And bring it out. I also might go back in with that other blush because I loved that color so much. Oh, but this is so pretty. I'll just leave this. Also feel like this is giving kind of a blurring effect. Like that's really pretty. Let's do brows. So I got 2 different brow products. I have the, what is this called? Some kind of brow gel, I'm assuming is what it's called, in the shade light brown, which I'm gonna do on both brows probably after this product. It's a pretty standard brow gel, but I do really love it. This is what I use every single day, is a brow gel like this. So that one's really great. But this product I'm so excited about because it's great for those people who want that kind of laminated brow effect. And this is really gonna give that to you. I've never seen a product like this. This is the Tinted Feather Effect Styling Wax. So it's literally like one of those brow waxes that you use to get your brow hairs to stick up, but it's tinted. So all you have to do is wet this little brush, where you can get the kit that it comes with both of them, which is obviously what I did. So you wet it a little bit and then go into the wax and then go through your brow hairs. Okay, so I wet this and then I'm going to go into the wax and get it on the spoolie here. And then I honestly need to cut my brow hairs, so I'm not gonna have them stick straight up, but I don't know if you can tell. You'll probably be able to tell more once I compare the two. Do you see how that gave some color compared to that one? It's just kind of sticking them up as well as giving them a little bit of color. And I will say it is different than the brow gel. The brow gel gives way more color. This is for a very natural looking brow. So if you're someone who wants just a tiny bit of fill-in or a little bit of color and you want that feathery brow effect, I feel like this is for you. If you need to fill in a lot, you're probably gonna want to add on a like powder, or the brow gel that I'm going to use next gives a lot more color with it as well. So here is the brow gel as well. And this just gives a good amount of color back into the brows. I don't know if you can see the difference. So it just darkens them a little bit. So I'm gonna do a highlighter. This is the Colourpop Flip Flop Super Shock Highlighter. Again, great mirror, and look how beautiful this shade is. So I'm gonna take this brush that looks basically like a highlighter brush to me. Take a little bit and go along the cheekbones. I also could dab it with my finger. Look at how pretty that is. I also got this eyeshadow palette. This is their Set in Stone palette. You guys, these colors. This is like the perfect everyday eyeshadow palette. First things first though, like I said, that tinted moisturizer is a little tacky, so I'm gonna just take some of the setting powder that we use and put it all over the eye just to make sure we have a great blending surface to work with. I'm gonna take the shade Gravel, which is this warm brown, and go along the outer part of the eye. Now I'm gonna take like a little bit of a more condensed brush and take So Chiseled, right? So Chiseled, and place this on the outer corner of the eye. I'm just kind of stamping and blending back and forth. I love this like chocolatey brown. It's so pretty. Now I'm gonna take Hammer Time. Last time I used this palette, I used that one, which is also absolutely beautiful. But I want a little bit of a deeper like coppery shade on the lid. Oh my gosh, look at how much of a punch that packs. Wow, that is so pretty. I love that with like the chocolatey brown. It looks so good. Okay, so I want to pop on the inner corner of the eye. So I'm going to take this shade right here with a little detail brush. There's one in the palette here, or in the brush set. So look how beautiful this little detailed brush is. I'm just going to take this shade here and use it on the inner corner to brighten that up. And then kind of use my finger to make it not so bright. Okay, I'm just gonna really quick, I just had this thought, take, which one should I take? I'm gonna take So Chiseled. I was gonna take the darker one, but I don't wanna go too dark. And just take a little bit with this detail brush along the bottom lashes. Wow, this is perfect for that. Now I'm going to use their Level Up Lengthening Mascara, and this stuff, you guys, is really great because it has a good amount of like grip to it. I hate when mascaras are so watery. This one really just kind of grabs onto your lashes and really starts to pull them up to lengthen them. So I like really like this mascara. I don't have a primer on or anything. It's just this mascara and it looks great. So I have a few lip products and then a setting spray and we're all done with this. So I have the 3 lip products to share with you guys. A traditional lipstick. I have one of their Lippie Stix and then I also have a lip liner. So first we're gonna start with their lip pencil in the shade, where's the shade? Another Round. Then I'm going to go in with the lipstick in the shade Appy, A-P-P-Y. This is a very nude shade, but it's so pretty. And then to make it like a little bit more pink, I'm going to add in this Lippie Stick in the shade Caramella. Yeah, Caramella. Here's the Caramella. Appy is this one. So definitely nude and then a pink, like a very light pink shade. So I like them together so that I don't know, you get kind of like the pinky nude. You get best of both worlds. Now, last but not least, to finish off the look, I'm going to use the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Oh, such a nice, like, lightweight mist. I hate when setting sprays aren't lightweight like that. Like, look at how beautiful. And it didn't, like, soak my makeup. All right, you guys, that is the finished makeup look. I absolutely love it. I love these products so much. Like, you guys, Colourpop has a whole look. They have a whole full face that you can buy and it's so good. Don't forget about the mystery box if you've never purchased from them before. It's $49 for 15 full size products. Obviously it's a mystery so you don't know what you're gonna get, but that's kind of the fun of it. If you don't want to do that, you could always go into the description box and purchase any of the products that I mentioned here. I will have links for everything that I'm mentioning. Again, they are affiliate links. And thank you so much to Colourpop again for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys in a video very soon.